super excited to have this CyberLink number 10, where we give you meaningful updates about everything that is happening at XBorg, the very cool, exciting stuff that we are building, but also the people and corporations that we are partnering with in order to change the way the gaming industry works, or at least add value to the gaming industry that we know today. So today we cover the story so far, so what we've done since the beginning to where we are now. We unveiled the Epoch I rewards. We had tons of questions about this and we'll give you a straight answer. And I believe that's an amazing news for the community. We'll give you a product update, go through HR and new hires, go through the XCS recap, but also what's coming next for the XCS, question of the week, community member of the month, and the Epoch II. So we have quite a packed agenda for today. And just wanted to bring a bit of perspective here to this CyberLink. But we've grown from just two, initially just one really, last year to now about 10,000 community members, but most importantly about 20 team members, that are embarking themselves on this mission to empower players and to build great applications directly for players around the player identity. We've also raised a total of 3.5 million in funding in order to enable us to achieve these objectives and this mission. And most importantly, we have worked and continue to work with 5 tier 1 esports teams. And I would say that's so far our biggest achievements. Now, one thing is in gaming, it's great to build gaming applications, but the most important part is the distribution, is who is going to use this app. In blockchain and Web3, we see so many people building great products, but they don't really know how to distribute those products. And for us, from the very first days, we focused on getting a great distribution, meaning that we build products, we get the validation from the business side before building the product. And actually we have esports teams that today already pay us for the services that we bring them, which is a major step forward for XBorg, but also for the space, because there are not so many entities today that are deriving revenues from their activities. And that's something that we successfully did. Now, I've mentioned 5 tier 1 esports teams. I want to emphasize on the tier 1, meaning these are easily some of the 5 best esports teams in the world. And that will be an announcement later, but like yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week, we partnered with our biggest esports team so far, and I'm a bit of a spoiler here, but that will come in a separate slide. I think one thing to highlight here is the power of the community. Is not only getting community members is very important, but getting community members that understand the bigger scope of what we're trying to do. And the Prometheus community is just simply amazing. But we also have very committed people financially that have put their money towards our entire team, because at the end of the day, you're doing a bet on us, the team members, to deliver on our objectives, to deliver on our vision, to shape the gaming space in a better way by building useful products for players. And for this, thank you so much. But we also have here an exciting announcement, which is the Epoch I rewards. So if you've been part of the community for some time now, you've seen the announcement from Oz, our community manager, regarding the Epoch I, and here we wanted to set in stone the rewards that belong to the people that participated in the Epoch I. From the very start, we valued meritocracy, and we wanted this to be a core component of XBorg. For the story, actually, Oz is our lead community manager today, but was also part of the XBorg DAO. So he's, I guess, today one of the best persons who understands what community members want, and we understood that community members wanted to feel valued, and we wanted to put and to back this by tangible numbers. So Epoch I rewards go to the top 150 Zelly members, while contributors more than members, and a total of 1 million XBG tokens, which I'm not going to go into the monetary value, but it does represent significant value, not so much in terms of monetary value, but also in terms of governance value. Because if we reward people with tokens, it means that we want them to have the power to shape the future of gaming with us. So I know people will say, hey, what about the value? But to me and to the team, what matters most is how much voting power do you have for XBorg in the future as we launch the token. And it's not only this, but we also have the Hall of Fame rewards, which are a separate bucket. And today we have about less than 30 people in the Hall of Fame. There will be there will be 200,000 XBG tokens that go solely to the members of this Hall of Fame. And those will go to the badges of the people that made it to the Hall of Fame. But here we wanted to set this in stone. This is Epoch I, but there will be many more epochs coming, and we'll also have an announcement for Epoch II that is coming up just now, actually. But for whoever participated or whoever is watching this, wanted to say thank you for the support. Today we're taking a very community-driven approach, which is far different from other companies or other startups. We're taking the approach of building in public, taking the approach of being here every day on Discord, where I personally am trying to be as active as I can. I know sometimes in tickets I can be slow on Discord, but trying as much as I can to be there for the community, and this is what keeps us very excited, and not just excited but also accountable. Is we know a lot of people have put their trust in us, and we need to deliver, and this is what pushes and drives the team. Of course, not just this, but this is an insane boost in terms of motivation, but also emotion. There's a lot that goes on when building what we're trying to build. There is pressure when we deal with such big counterparties and partners. But knowing that you guys put trust in us really makes it a very enjoyable journey. And for this, thank you so much. Regarding the product updates, and I will move the camera actually just here. We have released the alpha of the product. I think the execution, we could have done better. It was, to understand the background of why we did this, is we wanted to just ship something. I think it's the same mindset for XBorg, that before they launched the full app, they've also launched the community app, because we wanted to be in a mindset where, okay, we need to release something, we need to test the workflow between the different team members, and we've done it. I think execution was was not so good. But why we are coming in on this CyberLink is also to say that we're coming back way stronger, different UI, many more functionalities. Here you actually don't see it, so we've hidden it because we have a big trailer video and big announcement for this, but we have our own avatar on the app. We have many more quests, we have an inventory, we have events, and you'll hear about what events are. Different UI, the app looks insane. It's a really beautiful product. where we stand now is we are towards the end of the development cycle. We are the quality assurance stage, so we're making sure things are good and things look beautiful, and we want to make sure there are not significant bugs when we release the app. Also, just one product update is, and more like a show of transparency, is on the previous version, so the alpha. We had about 400 early adopters, which is not much because we've never actually done any marketing around this app. And actually, at one stage, because what we delivered was not like the best quality, it actually hindered some of the relationships with partners. And here I'm saying this in full transparency, and that's also why we are refreshing the full product. But you'll still have the quest. But there is the inventory that comes in, new UI, the events, leaderboard, etc. And when is that coming? That's coming in September. It's a hard deadline for us. There is no October. Why it's a hard deadline is because this is also the backbone where the esports teams are building upon. So for us, it's really September. So I said on Twitter, September, remember, not because of just the app launch, but many other partnership announcements for which we are super excited about. For Epoch II of the rewards, Epoch I was really the community. Epoch II is really the product, is whoever is helping us and shaping this product. Eventually, why are we building this product? Is because we believe that there is a gap with communities and fans in the gaming space, especially applied to esports teams. So we believe that today there is a lack of infrastructure for esports teams to build a very strong relationship with their super fans. So not necessarily the fans that don't care, I would say, but also the super fans, like the die-hard, hardcore fans. And we believe that what we're building is the best solution, and the validation from the esports teams today has proven us that what we are building is something that adds tremendous value to them. Why I'm saying this, we validated this. Why I'm saying we validated this is because we've onboarded, and I know it's tough to just say this without mentioning names. It's just by virtue of having confidentiality terms in the agreements. But we literally onboarded the best esports teams, and you'll see this fairly quickly. And yeah, that's of course an exciting milestone. I gotta say though, it adds a lot of pressure to the team, and that's why we need some of your support. Is like everything about those relationships take time. Legal relationships, design, the products, the IP agreements, everything takes way more time than I personally forecasted, that the team forecast as well. It's always a pleasure, but working with such big partners is a big thing. So we have this dedicated slide. Internally, we're very happy. We signed the largest esports team so far. Can't spoil the name. That will be announced this year. That is for sure. We're trying to negotiate an early announcement of this. Not sure if that's going to happen, but it's a massive one. What else can I say? For this, you really have to trust me. There's no BS behind this. It's really one of the, but by some measures, it's actually the largest esports team in the world. And for us, we just feel incredibly happy about this. But we also feel the pressure, and we know the team will deliver in the end. Here, 8 tier 1 esports teams in the pipeline. I had mentioned 5 before, so I think the team here got a bit messed up. But here we've partnered with about, depends on what we define as tier 1 really, but anyway, we can say that we partnered with about 8 esports teams so far, and we've only partnered with great esports teams. Are they tier 1? Are they tier 2? At least 5 are tier 1, as in from at least the best 30 to 40 esports teams in the world. And then yeah, we can argue about tier 2, etc. But anyway, this is the current status on the business development. To be honest, the team, I would say, is at capacity. Like it takes so much time from the legal team, from the product team, design team, from everyone. We're very happy with this. It's likely going to be what to expect for this year alone. It might increase a tiny bit as far as the communities that get on the platform. But in terms of how many fans are we going to onboard, sorry, we're really talking about large numbers of fans. Of course, the team that we've just signed, we're not talking about tens of thousands of people, but it's really an order of magnitude bigger. So in the order of 100,000+ people, which is of course very exciting. We're trying to build at the end great applications for gamers, and getting this level of distribution will set us like much farther in terms of adoption than many of the other, I would say, blockchain-enabled use cases. And for this, of course, very excited about, very proud, but we need to deliver. And that's why I'm saying the September deadline for the product is really the September deadline. There is no October, there is no November. This is the date for us. Some new joiners. I did say that we are about 20 in the team. So who joined the team? We focused on mainly two departments, mainly tech and design. Why design is because when I discuss about an avatar and an inventory, it means that for every team that we're on board, we craft and design a complete avatar with unique wearables, almost like a PFP collection. And we do this with every teams that we're on board. And we're actually doing this internally. So it's a risk that we take, but we believe that in the medium term, that will give us more power over the unit economics of the application and of the overall ecosystem. In terms of tech, we focus on both backend and frontend. So there's actually two joiners in the backend team and one new joiner in the frontend team, and because there's so many agreements that we were signing, it does take a tremendous amount of time today for the current legal team, which was with XBorg, but we are now looking and in the process of hiring a new legal counsel to help us in helping us making the best legal decisions, but also shaping the agreements and the contracts that we're signing with the esports teams. Also want to come back on the XCS. Why XCS is because there is the docu-series that goes live in September, and that's going to be a key event for the league. It's a docu-series that retraced the whole event. So you have the key highlights, but you also have just a recap of the 5-month-long tournament. Again, that was the biggest Web3 tournament so far. So if we look at the Web2 tournament, it's of course much smaller, but it was a way for us to confirm our positioning as a leading entity in the Web3 gaming space, but also add value to this early ecosystem that we truly believe in. And just a couple of recaps is we had 4.2 thousand players, 30,000 viewers, and on Twitter about 2 million impressions, which I would say are good numbers. We could have done better, and we will do better in next few iterations. But that was a key milestone for XBorg, so we're happy about the outcome. We now have some questions of the week. We did attend with João from our team, Gamescom, not last week, but the week before in Cologne. And we had some key objectives coming into Gamescom. We wanted to do two things. We wanted to tighten our relationship with publishers, mainly Epic, Riot, Valve, Blizzard, Activision. And we also wanted to meet a couple of esports teams that we've partnered with. And we did achieve our objectives. We've met incredible people from the leading publishing company in the gaming space. I can't say too much about what's going on, but we've met with the most important people that we had to meet. So that's of course a big win. Beyond that, we also looked at what's happening in the Web 2 gaming space, and we also understood that it was of course understood before, but it just made us realize even more that the Web 3 gaming space is such a small component, of the gaming space overall. Like, it's such a tiny world, but there are just so many opportunities out there. If you want to grow our vision, like the Web 3 gaming space is definitely the way to go as far as onboarding new players is concerned. Also for the notes is I've personally attended the Next World Forum, which was last week in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. And here it was incredible events where we've met with some of the most important people in the gaming space, like the CEO of Razer, CEO of ESL, CEOs of leading esports teams, as well as vice presidents and presidents of leading publishing company. That was a key event for us. I can't really tell what's going on. I mean, the exact nature of relationships we're building, because I would say it's to many degrees too early. But as many say, your network is your net worth, and XBorg's network is growing tremendously. Juan from our team is doing tremendous work on the business developments, securing those relationships with not just teams. I'm talking about a lot about teams, but there is also influencer relationships. There is also relationships with top gaming brands, which we don't speak about explicitly here, but these are relationships that are being formed. We also had another question is, are you planning in real life events for XBorg? Yes, we do. As some of you know, the token generation event is coming up fairly soon. We're trying to grow as much as possible to build awareness. So at the moment, Connor from our team is building relationships with leading influencers, some of which, by the way, invested also in XBorg, to drive growth and drive awareness to what we're building. We've been building pretty silently, although we raised from the community, but it was mainly silent, mostly because the work that was done required for the team entire focus. And personally, I don't like to just speak if there is no meaningful things to discuss about. So I think one growth driver was the Team BDS announcement, which was one, but looking backwards, it will be a fairly minor announcement. The announcements that are coming up next are much bigger, and for this, we intend to grow the people that know about XBorg. So there is PR relationships, there will be way more interviews of the team members and myself, way more Twitter spaces, way more coverage on any kind of medias and influencer relationships. So that will be coupled with an in real life event, and we hope to be able to do one before the end of the year, and that will be quite likely in Western Europe. So it's not sure whether it will be in France or Switzerland. Now onto community member of the month, and a big congratulations to Arikin for making it to the Hall of Fame. So as you understood, there is a separate pot of rewards that go exclusively to the Hall of Fame. And why are we building this Hall of Fame is we believe that it's key to recognize the work that is being done. Again, XBorg would be completely different without all of you. And Anakin is one of the persons where without him, XBorg would be to some degree at a different place, because Anakin is doing tremendous work on moderation and guidance on Discord. He also created an app, and we'll discuss about the XBG challenge in the Epoch II, but it's created like a full-fledged app that actually then we worked on, but his work was incredible for this. He does amazing work at creating quests, very active on Twitter, and quite importantly, is also testing the app and giving feedback on the app, which is something that we really need. So if you're an active community member, but you're not on the Hall of Fame yet, doesn't mean you won't be. We welcome every contribution, and we're trying to do this in as much as we can, a meritocratic way, where we do notice every bit of activity that is being done by the community. So Akin, you're one of them, and again, congratulations. Epoch II. Epoch II is coming soon, it's coming actually now. And this is going to be the largest XBG reward pool compared to, it's going to be at least larger than the Epoch I. Will this be the largest in the lifespan of XBorg? This, I'm not quite sure yet, I actually don't think so. But this reward pool will go to people that use the app. So as we said, there is a launch that is around the corner. As I said, September, remember. And it will mainly go towards people that use the app, people that add value to the app, that give feedback to the app. We see a lot of people claiming there will be an airdrop. This is pretty much what we're saying here, is that yes, there will be an airdrop for people that use the app, to incentivize usage of the app, but more importantly, to incentivize feedback on the app. That's going to be key for us to build the greatest products ever for the esports teams and for the gaming communities out there. It's also because we are nearing and we are approaching the TGE and the public sale of XBG. So it's not something I can comment on. The only thing I can say is we're doing all of our best to grow XBorg as much as we can. We believe that today XBorg is too small for a TGE, but we also believe that this can change quite rapidly with all of the esports teams announcements that we are about to make. And only after this will we launch the token. For many reasons, you don't want to launch a token if not a lot of people are interested in it. I think it is in the best interest of the protocol, of the community members, and overall everyone in the, like every stakeholder is involved in this. And that's it. That concludes our CyberLink number 10 today. I genuinely hope that you liked it. If you did, you can just leave a comment, leave a like. If you also think we can improve it, feel free to drop a comment below with ways in which we can improve this. Or if you want us to discuss about a specific topic, you can also drop this in the comments down below in the YouTube comment section. And that was Luis from XBorg. On behalf of the whole team, thank you so much again for the support. I speak a lot, but I'm far from being the only one that puts in the work. There is an amazing team behind that does the whole work. And yeah, for this, thank you so much, and thanks for listening. Peace.